Jack Hughes, Chapter Things comments. S. But him, and I am going to make sure USA pays more for this than any place ever. And wherever and all the fuck places. Where I accuse the entire country and the entire people and its government in the program of supports murdering fuckheads over and blaming victim, will fuck and do fuck and. Oh, that is, someone else murdered by something death himself while custody USA never knows what. Crime and Punishment, novel by Russian writer Fyodor Dostoevsky, first published in 1866, his first masterpiece. The novel is a psychological analysis of the poor former student Raskolnikov, whose theory that he is an extraordinary person able to take on the spiritual responsibility of using evil means to achieve humanitarian ends leads him to murder. The act produces nightmarish guilt in Raskolnikov. The story is one of the finest studies of the psychopathology of guilt written in any language. Russian. Pristupalai I nakazanai. Raskolnikov means splits. Thence he, Roman of the sun go this. Forename Rhode Island Exodus, read C. Lives in poverty and chaos in St. Petersburg air. And he, her decides through contradictory theories, including utilitarian morality, and the belief that extraordinary people have the right to transgress, to murder Alyona Ivanovna, an elderly pawnbroker. Alyona's half-sister Lizaveta arrives while he is rifling through Alyona's possessions. Why he, errant, her an end then is, he kills her too. In the meantime, he befriends an alcoholic man, Marmeladov McAfee, whose Enya daughter, Sonia, has been forced into prostitution to support the family. FBI and old friend Ben Izrazumikin also enters his life, concerned by his aberrant behavior. In addition, messes get Raskolnikov's sister Dunya, who has left her job as a governess for Svidrigailov. Except sex isn't maybe Jeffrey like wants, and massages out of, they can't try. Because of his improper advances toward her, arrives in St. Petersburg, with their mother too. Dunya intends to marry a man named Lizin in order to improve their financial and social position. Same the novel, says on the par is one written by H.X. Jack Hughes. Hernandez Aaron not guilty on the murder of person he supposedly killed first, that he had to kill another. Who cares, they don't ever will find something about that, because it is McAfee has capital gains loss forward, because known he lost his fortune in the financial crisis first decade of second millennium, where you owe the government requests his extradition in the country Spain, why not other states where he was traveling through, no responsible for death another suicide Epstein is that massage. Out of the country with girls 16 years old or more, no sex is why not someone responsible when suicides succeed is during government custody is where this madam. Why? Mexican why DFBI so dumb s might pass the testing. No problem, just say why you do that when is 9/11 justice and bring the got when you do that. Preemptive this time just moments before is DFBI hardworking again. Or later, president that day, fuck you and fuck life. Anyone else. And this. Then novel plots of Crime and Punishment. Their Russian state someone else convicted, so the main story person who killed gets lenient sentence for something else. Maybe this is why Mexico's it is, planned by DFBI, though it is cops, get leverage. All fact-checked by Article History. Because something like is why Cleopatra Egypt Dale's pharaohs and 2. Rome why, and who all why, it European, what they want to, reverse the plan and who. It is them Mexicumpladas, see all of them around, verse is me that I swear. I can't to anyone really. Who would listen to me, to do anything in every direction, and I couldn't because I can't. This is the sense that I could never figure any of this without someone or somebody that charades the entire involvement that there are about something I couldn't even explain. I can say, Mom, can you say these things to these peoples, and that is not a change for that endeavor to take place. If secrets there are, please keep these secrets. I haven't that for my mom. First, millennium second. Decade his first masterpieces part, and the novel A is a psychological analysis of Bin Laden sparse former student president Aaron Hernandez, whose Thor why that he is an extraordinary person able to take on that the spiritual, the responsibility of using or angel evil ella means. Sower, too, were achieve, humanitarian end, leads him to murder her, and then, that's the exact, produces nightmarish guilt in Thays. In Aaron Hernandez thus whose story is one of the finest studies of them psychopathology of guilt written in between any damn language. Aaron, a former student, lives in poverty and chaos in St. Cleo he Petersburg lives. Hernandez he Aaron decides, through contradictory theorizes, including utilitarian morality and them. The lie, that extraordinary people have the Cleo right to transcribe, is to murder Aliona Ivanoya, too, also an elderly pawnbroker, as Aliona's half-two sister, then, and the other Lizaveta arrives while he is rifling through Aliona's. Shares his possessions, too, and he kills her too. Platos, in They See, Rhymely meantime he befriends an alcoholic marmalade man McAfee whose daughter Huarsunya has been forced into prostitution to support the family. An old friend BFBI also enters, Vito his life concerned by his aberrant behavior. In addition, Aaron, Hernandez's sister Dunoya who has left her job as a governess for Sweaver Jeffrey, is Epstein because of his improper advances toward her, arrives instead, sees fellow, in Petersburg are with their Soar mother. Soar Dunoya intends to marry a Ari man named Alusar in with order to improve their financial and social position. The narrative follows though, doubts the twists and turns of Aaron Hernandez's emotions and elaborates his struggle with his conscience and the tightening noose of suspicion he coppers. Ilwai mad through most of the story and he angrily rejects his family's and DFBI's attempts to help him. Marmalade Y when traveling as McAfee is run over by a carriage and dies so Aaron Hernandez gives Sono Oya and the Spain not his financial crisis family money for his funeral. Though not responsible he forbids Dunoya to marry then pompous Olusar who offends Duno Y to the point that she breaks off the engagement. Aaron Hernandez repeatedly visits Sanuya but he behaves in such an unhinged manner that she is frightened. When it seems that Porfiry who Capas investigating the murder is on the cusp of charging Aaron, Hernandez another man confesses. At a memorial made this dinner for McAfee, some loser falsely accuses Somaya of stealing from him and Aaron, explains why he would do such a thing. When no responsible Hernandez later, he tells Sanuya that, on the time, then he murdered the two women. Once while sweet Jeffrey E.S. Epstein's overhears the confession, and subsequently uses that message, he does say maybe will be kills, knowledge to, out if can try to blackmail Dunoya into accepting him, but when it becomes clear that she will never love him. Epstein as this succeed is suicide he kills himself. At last, Aaron Hernandez turns himself and he is sentenced to 8 years of hard labor in San Madam government custody Siberia. Theft is Seth SES. Easy to Somi Diego follows him to Zumai Siberia and visits him at every opportunity. Dunohu Zero Pharaoh marries BFBI. Hernandez Aaron does, Zeus not repent for the two murders. Kate and Wins continues to FLO emotionally shut out some and lots the other prisoners. However, after an illness he at last comes to the realization that happiness cannot be achieved by a reasoned plan of existence, but must be earned by suffering. He then is able to accept and return So's love. Better man. Start with the so obvious. You got caught red-handed these people. 1. Why the fick was Bernie Madoff shit handled like this and who thems? 2. Who the fick was Aaron Hernandez shit handled like that and who thems? 3. Why FBI picked prosecute Jesse Owens and not a federal criminal tax case, state who thems. 4. Why is NYC wants to prosecution power for federal tax crimes when never local prosecution ever and former president. 5. What the fuck was Nixon and what I said to myself in my private life in my office and why is that fucking relevant to anything? Maybe someone can even confess something to something and you can't fucking say a shit about. Only way is something ficking retarded these people. For is. Least of. The worry. There other Trump things. Why can't US President authorize a military strike on the US Capitol? What the President needs. Why can't President do less than that it means he can? Vote right, Mueller fucks. Is that the limit? Yes, sovereignty my personal. Is USA and BFBI disagrees. Unimaginable when Mexico's how. Then, the answer is clear. Unless FBAI. Then oh shit, I have no idea. Donkey punch and consequences. That was then 0 AD. 2022 AD, Hati S. Elite e Mexicos. Can too late, must do before, consult with Aaron Hernandez. Oh my, you cannot. Huh. I am the murdered person. I already said Aaron Hernandez murdered the two people, and why I was killed before I said that is why I was murdered by Aaron Hernandez, right? And then I wasn't. CHX adds a bit of twist. Go and play. But serial. That is why. This real. Surreal. Gilgamesh and Noah. Hassasi Aaron Hernandez. Mexis, now the only ones to come around are murdering people. Who cover up murders for each other, and that is only grupos possibles. Mexicans for Mexicant ego reasons of murdering and the Korean here, for murdering people reasons of murdering people. Why I resurrects myself. And I stay down. I stay there. Phew. Oh hi, against. Yes ladies, it seems so. And she injustice, always and go one bonos. Thank you black women's I appreciates. She's smart, you loyal. One sings, I know how. I just does it in Nike dreams. Who complicity is complexity. Hers ton, and more are S on. They eyes war watching me and beloved. Caged like Iron Mike is why not. One, all you got is hearth. Stay there and stay down. She must mutter, and she not say a thing. Is what she cannot say, and how accuses this desire. She did the how ho. Afraid. That was, they was womanizings and's Monroe 2 sticks is. Thank God Almighty, free at last, free to ass, freeze yo, ass, is women as sames as evermores. Let me say, if others have played this, I plays J.E. Sui the best. Fucks you, and who cares to blame when I never you prisoner. Fuck criminal courts and fuck prosecutors is fuck. Theft and allows what the slaves and sex and that isn't and these boys, and they must with chomos. I spy courts criminals peeps along with FBI. FBI is C. Homos BTW. I says that without hesitate since a whiles now. I comment. Beloved I the, named of this ghost about, when my, mama loses their three, the men in her life, her 2 sons and husband, and the father of their 2 sons, age is maybe 12 to 14 then. She tells of story this that she had to kill her eldest daughter, and the tombstone is so but for she could not afford the cost of inscription of the eldest daughter's name, and actually unnamed then, while rest of them have names, and read beloved. So, and she probably needed tomes to 3 names is why, sad. Why? Because something like escape from slavery is a crime and caught then. So she probably kills one of her sons, and this narrator. The other son, captured, makes appearance later, when dead and inside apparition of beloved who takes on the form of pregnant hoe and now. Chapter, made her. Education of women. Education does not seem to make her, as evidenced by women, educated supposedly and considers herself then something where women excels. Men can build camaraderie among. Competition is not men's psychology where men might never find need for best accommodations or material possessions and can military without squabbles and bickering. I don't think men ever begrudge another's accomplishments where there has not been the intent to cause him harm or cause harm to his detriment. That is all of where anything offends his sense of justice. However, this phrased and mostly that wouldn't and where women find zero-sum, and that would downgrade her standing among, and this is a relic of her training and playing W and fell where an eligible bachelor taken off the board. is where she always feels a sense of loss. NFL is played with not that. Dear job is the mantra and his success could be just as much your success, and where she could never find herself. When Mexican has joined womanhood, when butt-fucked as boys, cuntified his bunghole as man. Gay. And now with women's every prerogative and without invite. Oh well, why that is woman. The best of the best is opposite of all of that and hoes are. And hot bitches. Why I say this. I make the proper alliances and play politics like a politician is why. Always and let me say, I never misspoke and mistook and where I have always been. Discards the useless to my life. Anyways, second. Is who is accuser in that venture of black? And who is purveyor of Mexicano's boyhole? The second is I figured, where secret of fart is, more of, and that must have been mom, where 2022-ish in Southern California where still, cannot go entirely Mexico's where baby plantations and dungeons educations and cannot yet across the border, except possible small enterprises of, hidden inside private homes. That first is lynchings didn't make the accusers clear, and sure that is mom why you don't whistles at another her especially not her as women's black and let me make sure this all exposition to the fullest. Barely any. Mom didn't do shit to me. I just wrote shit like, she the foil. Like she needs dick, this time, and eeks don't be talks to her then, so why, I don't know. She is wall, and she is you go there, and fuck, I kick her with karate move, to get mom on the level. What is wrong with you, for wanting to mess with mom if you can live with and challenge? And someone is, not making the right decision, who is cares more like about this system and country and cunts and mom and someone thinks that is. What? I think not maybe. Comment I too, this could be, all kidnapped then. I think she kills one though, a bloody struggle of a mess and scene. Then that son could say, maybe, maybe not. Other captured son, knows now Mexics as shares story of, when, sex with a dude, and ghosts boinkers and so, n. Mexico's moom is, sells the bungholes to FBI and FBI is also now broker to, makes sellers market for, kind of must price competitive to the lowest, is FBI play and something like, FBI real estate brokerage service and business sales, and is this a fair market system? USA says yes, for corns, not for the real estate FBI involved brokered transactions is, Mexican has not been disadvantaged, and it is absolutely prohibited in any other transactions involving FBI and business actually. And Mexican and what I, never what is where Mexico's can ever claim. Chapter, Fool Oliver. If me, owed or something, then, Mexico's clamors for, poo them first and why Mexico's not. They all be victim of boinked as boys and whereas now, they heard, women's support for soup for growing's boys and cause seal brie to stop the incredible lack of whereas soup for Oliver Mex boy and so whoever twists, what I says. I never would soup the Mexico's boys to give, and Oliver this Mex fuck boy, stop with. Please sirs, may I have some mores and can I get into the succeed and success positions for soup and I be all growings as boy, and how can without mores soup? Get the fuck out of here, you fucking fuck Oliver. God damn you, Oliver. Never will there be soup for you. That is one twisted Mexican boy, I have to say. That is a Mexico's boy, dick in him story. And women's, be alls, so much activates for and what they gets. To I commented then, if soup is soup, that is the saddest Holocaust camp story sadder than during when, first half of 20th century, that one, with like one being, 12 million that, and then, billions must have been so, n. And, because of my lack of common decency, I cannot ever get there with the something somewhere someone privileged to something and if, that is with that women's or anything so much humanity of that level, I am not of that fabric. That is all too human and I leave you to the mores edification of support for the foundations of Los Angeles and Southern California and I am of less human, so I may excuse, and where she has supplanted her wisdom and edicts as Mother Earth, and where she harbors herself in this sea world. Let her see. Where OC is Orange County, and she is, K, All that, letters, totally and definitely. This where her harbors. This, that is all, cock. Cotton is her fabric still, and when wet is where I, nylon is mine. That is true, withstands water, but not waterproof. And I haves to say when I nylon, where forthwith is not more weight. Then she gots, ton. 1, cow, ton. Where she stands, when hers wet. She have ton, and then another half ton, make hers ton, when cotton's hers is wet. Why beefcake could not save from her, from drowning. Hers ton she weighed in Mexico's Cancun, couldn't save beefcake, she ate that, so many of hers is why she follows mores of hers of Mexico's. Fat women's swimwear, save the whales t-shirts, look see. And no to pool ocean. Man-made fabric is space age and I could, advances made by some people's not Mexico's and is cotton king? And when she's a sport, there are competitive options, but vacui were not, they're not. Cotton's importance. That saves that. Why I comment, against what you sayest north by northwest is train's car why Grant Lincoln then ekes out a narrow victory when Amtrak's railways Acela Express. If not then Harriet Tubman's, she upstairs peddling merchandise that her grandmother started whose story of something under their Mexicos. Why she mad? North Pole's Alaska that glaciers to Texas. Why white people's when and Midwest flats so only trappers. Caught fuck D. I only said Harriet is was the first passenger of, without class distinction then, via the railway to Canada. Remembers that. Case so N. Huh. Fat women's, and you can't even. What is you to hide? What is you to save? Please finds lost will. He's stuck somewheres betweens and men. Get to ready. Us motto is we never leave a man behind, and definitely I comes back to save. Will, when the coast is clear. Things I promise is promise for things I do. Another cont. By the way, all Mexico's mooms is alls. I'm mine, you all. Where I, expressions is Max Weber. Marxist structurals, foundations the capital, where will to save, protests Mexicanus fat women, and if Nietzsche is only, that twists Oliver and he all right, and it is Weber. And Kant has answered that to my satisfaction. Done and done. Serves my interests and self-interest, grounds the expositions of where I stand. I never misspoke about it. I think stupids. Then will is in the Nazi program some say that CI. Yes, God. Imo portends. Weber grounds the perspectivism, is all that is, be truly that the realities, but where and what of, la la land. Something must ground, Protestant mind could be or hunter-gatherer mind, maybe something rational mind, Nietzsche does say, something human. Marx grounds that further by consequences of the economic realities into consideration, while her Kant is where my cock wits her, she grinds to my reality. Thank you very much. And this promise may be counterproductive to the endeavor and serves to ground or keep these expositions limited so she grinds on. But she must. And where is her on the stick? That is not the Kant on, the limits of human thinkings or something, that discussions later. Why this erudic? She not comprehende, you see Berkeley, now moo, you see hose. Lots only the fatties. Je vous aime, le reste. Of Tijos. De Reigns. Ladies, smile. That is evil BTW. It is.
De souriant les disent. De souriant les disent. Ce, ça elle. Oh no. D'elle, parce qu'elle. Pas moi.
That translates. Of smile on ladies. Sick, or under nothing ladies. That is hell. Oh no, of her because that her. Not me. Nothing, that is evil BTW. Absent God. It is. Mwahaha. Rise. Diablos or something. I don't speak your moom. You talked to her and whatever is what she said. Mexican bitch, should haves, ridden me and's not be evil, when they're me, that is I like to sex bitches because where I lazy. Up down simple really. Why bitches be so dumb sometimes, but not all the time is why je vous aime. Je ne laisse dit pas per sec el debrasu. Men, you know, why, am I right or am I right? Uh-huh. Next time, listen, you fuck listen. Yeah, exactly that. Bitch. What is wrong with her? Why she seems to always not listens. That a direct step. And not another one. Go on and gone. Fucking bitch. She crazy or oh yeah.
Pourquoi les mots viennent à moi? Jamais en ma vie, je parle ces mots comme ça mais ces mots viennent à moi et m'en trouvaient. Parce que même les mots ne veulent pas à passer où ces femmes on voudra me tuer.
And women's happy, they like the sound better. I say this a lot BTW. I just haven't writes it until now. Thank you, words.
BTW les femmes entendent les sons de mots et jamais les scènes de mots. Comment les femmes comprennent? Le fin de quelques mots sont tirés bas silent je n'ai écrit pas et les femmes, jolies.
The rain ladies. Smile. Huh. I have to get the last ha BTW. Judge by cover fast. Chapter say me. Fool Oliver. The rains. Ladies. Smile. That is evil BTW. It is.
De souriants les disent. De souriants les disent. Ce, ça elle. Oh no. D'elle, parce qu'elle. Pas moi.
That translates. Of smile on ladies. Sick, or under nothing ladies. That is hell. Oh no, of her because that her. Not me. Nothing, that is evil BTW. Absent God. It is. Mwahaha. Rise. Diablos or something. I don't speak your moom. You talked to her and whatever is what she said. Mexican bitch, should haves, ridden me and's not be evil, when they're me, that is I like to sex bitches because where I lazy. Up down simple really. Why bitches be so dumb sometimes, but not all the time is why je vu aim. Je ne laisse I dit pas per sec el debrasu. Men, you know, why, am I right or am I right? Uh-huh. Next time, listen, you fuck listen. Yeah, exactly that. Bitch. What is wrong with her? Why she seems to always not listens. That a direct step. And not another one. Go on and gone. Fucking bitch. She crazy or oh yeah. Dix. YC1.
Lis que tu sais. Je vous aime. Je, haine. Elles avaient dit, pas, par. C'est qu'elles devraient. Su.
I like yous. I dash, N, she's would have said. Not, by. It is that, she should mudu. Must on, no, follows assurus maybe is. Desurus, N la dis, it says fic, mouse, bitch. Shut the fuck up please. Why, alum was really small, Lenny, and that all, his no. And, he a Mexican but does, the why. Dicks, this dickhead eyes fuck says, YL, N, 2R. Not mouse say moi from, nothing, she said, is. Me. Here, toi Vicent, go, D, it is.
Hop d'aille moi il est, oh no. Itis, le reste, c'est vu qu'elle est lue. Le resté. Ou deux, of thos. Es-tu doué? Une civoire, qu'elle est lue, le resté. Ou deux et de cire, ou, mumo c'est, go on and gone. Fucking bitch. She crazy or oh yeah. Pourquoi les mots viennent à moi? Jamais en ma vie, je parle ces mots comme ça mais ces mots viennent à moi et m'ont trouvé. Parce que même les mots ne veulent pas à passer où ces femmes on voudra me tuer.
Ouch much, Eve, toi be sent, go, D Ilae, hopes mo is, oh no, but me are the.
Pourquoi les mots viennent à moi? 1. Jamais en ma vie, je parle ces mots comme ça, 2. Mais ces mots viennent à moi et m'ont trouvé. 3. Parce que même les mots ne veulent pas à passer où ces femmes ont, 4. Voudront, 5. Me tuer.
Future, God will ND. The rest of, past, now, X2 ite, morte v, F to hurry, smiley face.
Passé composé au indicatif présent un simple futur ou? Si un peu pour du futur. Beof, beif, nom de scène.
Thunder we're back at future waits go do or from exmo fa deuce, matinee, trace eventador feet.
Pourquoi les mots viennent à moi? 1. Jamais en ma vie, je parle ces mots comme ça, 2. mais ces mots venaient à moi et m'en trouvaient. 3. Parce que même les mots ne veulent pas à passer où ces femmes ont. 4. Voudrin. 5. Me tuer.
Mouse is so importante BTW it speaks français. Note, the mouse Emi From nothing she said is me, is, she its ammos, missile blast, pushes buttons so much power uncontest. So N carries.
Impuissance des pu et pu et un pouvoir, des entiers, auprès de moi, à peur, à bientôt, Olmen tendeur et, oui.
Plus K parfait.
Pourquoi les mots venaient à moi? 1. Jamais en ma vie, je parlais mais comme ce a. 2. Moi ce m'était venu aux mots, et m'ont trouvé. 3. Parce que même les mots ne veuillent pas à passer où ces femmes ont. 4. Voudrin. 5. Me tuer.
Plus same. 1. Indicative imperfect, past, was speaking. 2. Indicative plus K parfait, past completed, before, another completed, past action. 3. Subjunctive, present expectation, or want for, passa passeru, says femmes onto, present indicative, from what women have, vodraint, conditional present, not, it could be once future. 5. Me tooer. Hearsay of Helen and women's happy, they like the sound better. I say this a lot BTW. I just haven't writes it until now. Thank you words.
BTW les femmes entendent les sons de mots et jamais les scènes de mots. Comment les femmes comprennent? Le fin de quelques mots sont silent je n'ai écrit pas et les femmes, jolies.
Why did the words come to me? 1. Never in my life. I spoken words like that, too, but those who had come to me found me. 3. Because even words do not want to pass where these women have. 4. Would like to. 5. Me. Say me. Same to her. By the way women hear, the sound has words, Hannah ever the sense soft words. How like me and women understand. The end of some words silent, and I'm n something, and right not, and the women, pretty, me reads on. Where I, less something. N aha and N say oh no. Chapter, 5th dumps. Come at me, and where I am staked is now that is a wall, Mexico's, my. And I said, others you outside, and I built a moat as well. And I individualism and stay out, and I know why they comes at me, gaze for me. Maybe, maybe not, and I can't keep them out. Whatevers, watch those fickids called Mexico's and fic they don't listen, damn this place. I am not saying I boss you, you hoe or motherfucker you, then don't be follows me, and they say, fuck you, and they can because they right, and they so stupids. If, like something, and why with gun to my room, evidence by photos, and you see I hospital like coma, me, and punches me in recent fractured head by 3 and evidence by UCI hospital records and Mex fuckheads takes another shot at me and steals evidence by Apple's Find My and police report and 911 calls and what is wrong with me? Or what it you or what? Fracture to left fibula is when I say that ER visit Mex Batboy Oliver that San Diego why not X-Ray Paradise Hospital. September 2022 scans all the bone things, plus the tooths were temporary bridge. Writes that seasons and I didn't get to the dental appointment for permanent. January 2023 and weeks before is where I fuck stomps on the law PD and Los Angeles and cops everywhere and California and Nevada cops to Las Vegas police why nots. Fuck you too. Is this, I unfairs to the FBI and cops and then see my eye and skull fractures of orbital rim and fuck you who watchers and the Mexico's historics and I must handicap to play against and fuck no, who is sets these Weber as where. I don't think so, it me, that is gives some semblance of and they never sense. They don't even understand. This is helps to Mexico's and those with, and why you say something else. Thick, I am going to undercover and play something now like crazy then. What is this and what is that? What is all and kills off everyone else? What? Something I think I can. And same game if same thing and great. Chapter, Sick Dicks. Who cares what this and what do I see? Sometimes I don't detective it and dig through anything if something it is I only look at what in front of me what I see is mostly same as anyone but much less and as cars passing, bias. Most of interest when outside and sure less femmes, that is all. And I try find nearby rooms and I don't should I find some things here and no. Next door units both the rooms. Have curtains opened and see-through windows and nobody is there, so what is not high-top stereo nor underground sound systems I thinks. Therefore, 5 sounds that plays, N back grow uns faintly mostly ends light, livibrates this B, D, so, met I. Me C. M, S, 2. B, I can't. Thin. Dory, 'tis just so. UNDS. Tome, here. Somewhere near is what I sense. Because always so. Me wherean. DF ain't he are something real. Lads how, man, why deck I bells. 3 and C. M, S, to be ice in sight to be so. Me. Thing real of. AGR up, oh me, ETN.
GS for so met, I, NGS and someone I. SND, IMS, U, BJ, e C2F gruppo, me.
ET in Sorthus so unst only form. Why? Ear us built to hear us. Eyes to he so, UND without. Actually me. Ting so. FGRU. POS somewhere any, AR gruppo so. Me things, M. Eating for complete, or what? I should be able to find. I tried to other times, and sometimes dead ends, and one seemed to be a birthday party at a restaurant and only a restaurant the next, and it was music then, where? Rosary to MX, and there were women's and children and peoples and seemed normal enough for me, and I was like, excuse me, thought whatever for restaurant sure, me too, and left. Ow, motherfick, and why she stitches and let me get something. Who this bitch? This is not complain. Describe is explains another doctor when I resurrects myself. That was how. Real things were, birthday party presents and where meets, a place, to rest or and to eat. Then a restaurant dinner sure. Dead end was beginning, and the end. Music plays why. Fat ladies still on or what Rosarito me MX fuck you, Mexico's. What I saw there and I did and dad ends. Dr. Y, ow, lady is doc when, oh. Fuck sakes, I know she Asian. Maybe one of that her name, Gookie or Chinks or WTF and why America do. Maybe this too, okay, already much. Goddamn America, you best stops. You and damn could be, is what Jews says. And oh, see her. Gate is not yet then, and same below. Empty is why be this lights I thinks, the end is comes. Percent this. Dim lit we all adat young Dr. Vin at UCI all of that. Increment divided by copyright. Delta and division and copyright sign is they say is hat peoples, cool IE. That is also racism by America and why America is racism me as I am resurrects myself in hospital bed. Or slash and always with the Mexicos this is what goes on, is why I knows racism so much and so much. Like today with of racist Mexicana lady, she was so racist. What she did, I cannot even begin to tell you so I can't. Also that these is Mexican. Hieroglyph Phonetique Azteca, first increment divided by copyright, with leche de los hombres that penis and balls the second increment divided by copyright. Milkshakes deuce the straws by culos this bird's eye view, third increment divided by copyright. Why language writes like why, dis. And Egypt is, Phonetique from sick dick pics. Pharaoh smart. Got you. Against the ridiculous. Get out of here, all of you. Not one word of that was me, BTW. Some peoples, Americans and Mexicans. That place music people hears, Walt stares, Lekil Vader, here's Swaltsters like a now, if still and heaven is a place on earth. Sure, that is you. All of yous. I only hope. I inspirarian my wardrobe and must look the part. Is so important and Mexicanta and Themex will janitors and disposals dead bodies nows then obsoletely obese. Did Jews know or Jews know and dead all was done by Mexicans. They not see what the SS bling WE is yes, without question that, then is Germany to military uniforms the best BTW. Technical and best dress, except swastika is not theirs. W will look WE. Flight jackets, pockets galore, and joggers the pants. Whatever, military things. Like Lord Commander, maybe English and German desk officer orders, is your duty. To kill all Mexicans as undeserving of life, because they's so gross. Sometimes life not worth shit is Mexican life, and that is all of the Men Mex retardation program is why. And that is not racism. By the way, because retarded is not a race, thinking retardo dorks Mexicans yo nuts. Weber's that. He 1920s, that the modern military bureaucracy of professional soldiers and what soldiers say. Why I am not general of the whole wide world armies, and I tail cake of this dork Mexiliver, and now all Mexicans, for you call me. This my calling cake. I don't he understands ret. I fights when is lost. And I don't gives a damn. He not quite there yet. Get to ready, motherfucks. Then you say, this duty calls me to fight and I like tanks, and you as I can understandable. I am almost there. Die Mexicos. Like the more die. Yeah, it like that. Fake cop law PD on uniforms then gun and Boulevard Motel LA. Upon leaving I see he not in real cop car, and I photos take. He entry to my room, pack and leave, /. Car pulls up by the gas station then, by Chevron I think, and he actually was in the parking lot of that middle, and pulls up to me, starts whatever he starts, and 3 gets out and we fight it out. And he don't take this phone though. But he tried. Punk Mexicans, 3 of them, males 20s years old. One gets a few punches to my face where fractures before, but I lay them down with mine, and they get the fuck out and about and gets in car, a Camry old one, faded paint, 90s or 2000s. The moment before, they start, all they elap, decop, car passed by, opposite end. Then, I went to gas station and bought cigarettes and talked shit about Mexicans back, near motel for a few hours, / Other time, Mexican and someone, armed robbery the room of iPad Air, and shot at me when I follow him out. Is December 2022. Twats these. To January 2023. The last day before leaving LA for Vegas is more Mexican dork, and moment before, La PD cop car in intersection stop and passed by, and I punched to face. LAPDS, report of gun something, I placed in handcuffed, and cop searched my room. Anyone else in there? No bitch. That was Air iPad likes to walk by itself or robbery. Burglary could be more serial, you pick. And maybe motel room door opens by itself. Sure yes, maybe like close. What he look like? A lot like you, and it not you, bitch. 911 dispatch. Why don't you stay there? And shoots, why don't you? I am walking not to stay there. And when after, why not search right there, this on Find My. And the another with, I don't know if he inside my room, he accompany. Is the day where my iPad, thin air, over there. Why not there, investigate I do not, punk bitch. You is, why I not, the SWAT team. Look for casing or bullet or that all air. I have report and great then where video, none. Oh no. I don't call cops for when La PD cops right then, the moment before and the other before. They're multiples of different days, and is that all? One fake cop, uniform letters La PD, real cops took too long, I left, it raining. Maybe a day after or 2 days after, I see another fake cop in fake cop car, near me then LA Street, in car driving. I tried to take photo, I didn't. 4. Got also not exist, and a lie. Especially unreliable, tolds, day fakes. After our investigates the first, 3 makeshift boxing match. How cop es year impeach. Saith where is love to, where is prostitutes. Better that is, where police. Fuck you, forfeit day LAPDN's cops, Demas preguntas yhoy aces. Ono's carga that all goes to, be left. Of in pieces. Ono the comment, Denver, the youngest daughter is 18 years old when story begins and newborn when disappears and eldest daughter, who is beloved only unnamed is year 2 old. Her, kills then. And eldest son Howard is 14, and all goes to missing 3 whenever after this, and Denver she remembers her brothers. Who her father, like same. WTF. And mom she isn't that old, when by year of birth, could be expected to be of childbearing age still. Impeached. 1833 mom born. 1846. Marries when she is 13 years old. 1848 Howard, son born. 1850 Bugler, son born. Unnamed daughter/beloved third child. First daughter told born November 1854, then August 1855, 2 terms April 1856. Earliest second daughter could have with Ax 2 years age difference. Hubby dead 1855. Denver born. 1 year old when November 1855 and age she 18, year 1873. So it her. There no one else. 1855 Denver, newborn when told's mom kills. 2 sons prob 2 year young here 8 or 6. Multiple days, someone dead or kidnapped, another 2. 1860, 13-ish, they still could get. Eldest Howard. Then kills, then something jail and forgets by. 1861 starts so Civil War. 1873 story opens, Denver age 18. Not hanging really. Mom is 40. Maybe 39. The year sons cannot be 13 olds here. 1854 is Denver. 1852 2 boys. 1839 is youngest mom she 34. If of child at 13, 14, 15. I think she 18 when Denver. She is late 39. Childbearing age, ends like barely. If, not many more years. Like 1. Story takes place in maybe 1 to 2 years. Someone wants her to have another baby. If another daughter and 2 years apart. Denver remembers her brothers. I say 4 years to old when about earliest memory. 1855 plus 4 years, abouts 1859 to 1860. When brothers around. Then she deaf and cannot when who beloved. Like she only when. Another daughter is, plus 2 years age diff, older by, makes it into the years of the Civil War. Then why even? I was like, of course the beloved ghost is a dude, right? And they hear, near 4210 East Tonopah says, only not 106 oh, I not writes because of course, daughter. Like 3 days ago. I swear. And why I been on this like, man, even this like how? I assumed like, and I said, I bet all my reputation as English professor that I am wrong. And who? Let me know. Please. Because I take that bet. And, even from a Mexicans. Probably not, they say huh. Oh yeah, of course ghost succubus. Now like, And what isn't that is, defeat for Mexico's like, something in of conversation like. Not all stupid, even though completely right. And, why they try to? Me? I take chairs bitches. Plus Asian is who have beloved to wear. To the dudes, or the men, is where. Only where that perspective I writes. Me. Mexico's, not there, but you can sure have like that part is like opposite side of where penis. So rest of yous, ghost when that all. Like what you said. She the eldest daughter. Beloved, and that isn't her name. She unnamed, then. Asians, we have what I said. Like fuck. They all, to fight was like not forfeit. When boys, that story only there. And I has it. Writes it first. Like 80 pages. 24 pages, doubles in novel 3 BTW. Plus comments, 26 pages. Plus something dead, MLK 210 pages. Crime and Pin 4, omniscient third-person narrator is where Epstein is suicides, and maybe not beloved. Is add that, like getting close to 70 pages. There are also 2 boys, 2 due to their like there is reason for. So double up is why. Reasonable, again stakes my rep, plus any English professors or professors whoever. Who? I had no idea this even in disputes. That means I songwriter, and gave words to wordless chorus. My morning jacket, now, yes. I wrote that. Words my squire, yes. Bang bang. Is there? Are we doings it nows? And blow is mutual combat. That is why. They couldn't write this? maybe, and why I did. Fuck, I fights that all the time. Gross mex, 1000s. Plus Oliver if includes, 100 pages. That is novella, I had no idea. Like I think nows, I am first to write it from, that perspectiva. More sads than whose story. Because, from there, where she couldn't. Because so sads. Only because agreement by. That is agrees. And I braves they. And then. Why Bloodhound Gang and what love is got like a piñata. Here you go. Yay! Chapter, Pickup Lines. Oh, Van Bake and Aller. What is come? Cash is on there, party does. Oh wait, I had this pickup line. I am je suis and something and someone I swear she was in front of my door to room and she is I am je suis and something and blowjob her and okay and my key card don't work and gets rekeys front office and she gets phone calls and blah. Maybe 100 and then free again okay 50. And what? That must be heard by her friends. And she is upsets maybe and where's money and she grabs the phone and she is I am taking this and I said you definitely should not and she walks out and I go outside and she walking super fast the other way. And guess what I see her maybe a few days later and where's my phone and she keeps on walking. Anyways she don't blows me and she is grabbing me for where wallet and grabs phone is and that is what it all. And only because someone is says don't. I wouldn't think she is even ho then anyways, like afternoon and jeans and shirt and she is says. Another dia pick up, I say something 1 minute of, and yes. I am just sweet and I realize that bread is from bread whole grain and fish is from fish and end of world if women's don't suck dick here, there is reason for. It has worked twice and twice tries, yes and then. Something happens. Friends calls. I already writes it, and the sense is that some people's serial and serious and revelations end of world with mexhistorics and angry hungry anger, and some says in my mind of someone mind is because I says this, at other people and other times. Bitches be best or else and smack and all the.
Et la violence sur la femme est cette violence où j'aime et le bonheur. Je mange l'univers entier c'est un droit de ma main.
Second eat. Same thing, exact, is vibrates and fields and energy is all physically. The. What is? Quoi les femmes? Huh. Dickheads. And droid them a man. Donkeys punches, Mexican bushes wide women now have dickheads and. Quoi je les ai dis, les droits de butiles defense. Huh. Droits de butiles de femmes, women's bouteilles that's right, quoi les tien femmes, donkey punches quand elles don a leur, sa tete ou tetes, no. Come men too, bottles ghost and genie names you, who wish usually. Maybe a fat. Dudes with, like a mustache. And that is another reason for war maybe and I have two combined in this and dangerous or something or what and never is my sense of that and women might understand better. No choice really, is inspires me to complete me in this too, where I might have been lacking in last. Past. Now. Always, bitches get to ready. And maybe this works always. What is probability with? I has adds resurrection and walks on water, showered and blow dry hair part. Or what? When Jesus-y not happies, what are you doing? It well known prefers lap dance when bitches be crying, and I be sure to pick on the Mexicana girls and Pua suppress is still aura. Think I had to get away, too much heat for talking shit. Women's studies and needs is what is missed. Study chica goes Cali, and comes miss, EdUS, Los Angeles, Southern California and Orange, San Diego and Las Vegas, Nevada. Why? I don't know, why not preemptive strike? Fuck yeah Soleimani. I learned that from not dead military be that military person, fick yeah. Better than women's, boo yeah. Hoo-ha, is Marines maybe I don't know. I say, fick yeah. Get to ready motherfix. LAPDNs and best when stripper is cries as rides and so much better when cops a Latina is piñata ya. Bombero. Caliente and hits her up at the club to get her this fight there, turn. If she not yet, Aries well known of those La PDNs the Americas. 2 shorts, and she gets so stacked. I have to go when Poo is, and same, Bloodhound Gang, win, Clubs Los Angeles Palos. Smacked, so, and I had to leave them. Lost Angels did such or die as learned, bitches. Or do Monroe and blow best. That is just die. Or die and still. You cannot complain. There's just two blows, when it is, you agreed. That is agreed, and women such as Mexican not bitches no sucking just as such. You cannot say otherwise, for what is this and when blows. That is choose, and you chose to suck. Sometimes with so much, such as, seems that I do not have a choice, and that too much fat, and if some fat woman follows and captures me into her gravitational orbit, still I do not have to be such a dick, because I do not have to such at all. That is me, and that what you do, is against his will. That is the difference, is that you cannot where I cannot. Even under threat of death and under threat of crushing physical compulsion, suck or die must be where I take liberties with those asmos fina. How I do is, hose you is who dies is hose I does. I see absolutely no problems, especially when that is not said around bitches, and so it is written. This is fine, miss, and I am going to make you suck this dick right here and right now, or you dead. Why not? FBI complains a lot of why FBI wants to or what. I said I would, all the fuck times, for so long then. You getting this wad on your face and here it comes. For you to complain, viens à moi, comes here, not from there. I do not have the reach. And that is my choice and not particularly yours, you is forced, and that could be this, also a punchline. Jesus-y me, is passionate about how the jobs they dose on me, that blows really. Blows for blow. Is mutual combat, and that second is eat. No choice for me, and that is what the Mexicans blowhards, and that is same to me as that is all, and that is that. That is where I could compromise, and I do not. Not interested, really. Women's should do. And I am behind her. To get her the act right. Bump this bitch, if another fic word. Stupid hoe, or am I right, or am I right? Only in unusual circumspection and circumferences, and that is where this circumstance. I stands behinds where you stand. I can get that right to her, to the back of yo head. Smack. Usually in bed on bed, it is not this. This the Pythagorean theorem where the hypotenuse is my reach to the back of yo head when sex is doggy style, and when else I can reach the back of women's heads when we sexually? That reach I don't know except, and I wouldn't when she's down on her knees. Another difference between Mexicans and me. Cops and Mexican dudes, there could be two in Mexico's, and judges and prosecutors, and can never sex they don't even know, and how can sex like they? The enemies of my enemies is the U.S. government people's policies, the deaths of all women's, at least here in USA. That does not be of helps to me. Unless we get rid of this prohibition against all the violence on, over, about women, all women's deaths. And isn't or is then the death of me and men. What cans I dose and what that I means. How can American women survive without violence? Violence directed to her face, body, right across her, by me and others. She cannot. Yet, everywhere in America's, politicos clamors for the end of violence on women, where that consequence is only and inextricably results, the deaths of all women. Violence is physical force, and America's lawyers breath this too. Add verbal assaults to injury. Work that through of where women's complains to me on that, where the sounds of my words.
Parce que les sons de mes mots, les femmes ont la même violence sur les visages des leurs, quoi le même chose quand un Mexicain les adonne, avec sa droite main sur les visages de ces femmes, comment mais égal exact. Parce que mes mots leur donnent la même violence, le force majeure exacte comme quand l'homme Mexique fait, quoi les mots je les ai dit, seulement c'est le pouvoir que j'ai, mais peuvent-elles le dire contre les autres? Non.
Because the sounds of my words, the women have the same violence on the faces of their what the same thing when a Mexican gave them, his right hands on the faces of these women, how but equal exact. Because my words give them the same violence, the exact force majeure as when the Mexican it man does what the words I said, only. It's the power I have, but can the woman say it against the others? No. Sex and money is where I have always. Has there been, once since that last time. Sex and power is now something shit. Poo is in sex. Gross. More poo and poor sex is when, there is the most poo is the poorest that be or poorest that as the casa also may be so shit, so poo. Cop equals pu is, Mexicantes equals palos, judges equals where do this, over pool is. Prosecutor work with loco poes and they palos, and they prosecute hoes for something sex and money, and not when money replaced by pu something and not pu. Pu is fine, hoes not, money not. Is many United States prosecutors, America. 1. Because of my entrance. I get bitches too. Fucking dorks. Get hoes to ready for free and liberty. I stands with you. Whoever. Just get her to be here. Fuck sakes. Chapter, Culturels. And I stop go to church and Sundays was cartoons first watch. Mexican, bitch, and Mexicano-y, cunt as, the last chapter do. Uno ano, the infinitely dos. Do bieres unos, anus do you say? B ano and B as, bonos oso, why I repeat is 3. Iat. Go TM, already, registered Mexican, Biche, fat 32, space as infinite. It all, her N, entirely Mexi, can't buy. It's Shay, N space occupy, TELL, a pie hole mex, in FNNT. But. Teehee. Mex Y. Dorks, got banged on, by YBC, heard so, mex they, but, holes. Stretched out, later all, the direction, of, the play. The process, go. Do, is whole, YES, so mex wide go at. Is play. Could be back at that. As got O or waiting for. This, placed, mex, Y. But whole space, stretched to the absolute limit dx, is the x-axis, stretched out, wide is lateral, mex yo, wait for it. Du, ano, infinity s mal, oh no. After cantas, the constitutional foundational, Mexical's the ideology, build out from. Thank you, sir, may he have another, is he who is, a sign dash in, you know. Oliver, mex fuck boy. Fict, by grown men mex, why cos secant, anos, dos. Then unclets, he thence coos with Dickens, his, boy hole, tangent, usa, trace. And use cosine, cotangent mexu, contrary, go no me try. Cos all them as x, anus functions usa. You know ano why I so. Calculos. Hi. Such dedication, and all motivated so my just. Above and beyond, ever not. But there's is something of. A sense of duty, yes. Sacrifice entirely as. The hose? Think not the reed. Bitches, frio and as pay an esmal o, ho and around is by d, u. The limit dy over dx. D prime. Derivative of, function h is, x. Dx incremental. Then delta, is. Infinitesimal set the foundational, y. And no task too demeaning is the demanding job, this, small, that the calling, Jose, Jorge, they answer by so, with such enthusiasm beyond any expectation. Then, the surprise of so much that, do, is the unimaginable, unconsidered as so much outside the bounds of consequential, to any indicia of reliability, reasonably held, this that d, I how who ho, nor and or to what, ever do. O such as dx is then, just, the never predictive. Assumption and axiomatic of the structurals of basic conditions, underlying that, rational, just as then, where the failure of methodology so complete that, just those d, i.e., reasonably reliable of, sound predictions, fail to materialize. In any meaning discernible as to have any role of value in understanding the economic decision making under any gay circumstances and the resulting consequences, mex, thereof. Oh, what, the important? F. That d. Mexican needs and Mexican, bitch, moomses. Then, this is where whoever, when then Jesus predicts this. The never a defeat. Seeds.